is Wendy, and this is my story. I would like to share a story with you of having peace in the midst of chaos. I cannot thank the Lord enough for this year. Yes, it has been a very unknown, so many things that are up in the air, so many things of us not understanding what's going on. And within this midst of our chaos, my Heavenly Father has been there for me to guide me and to keep me grounded. On September 2nd of this year, I walked out to go to work and I walked into my garage and my car was stolen. It was gone. And in that moment, of course, anxiety and these flooding of emotions came crashing in on me, and immediate thought was, oh God, what did I do wrong for this to have occurred and for this to have happened? It was a good hour and a half of me just pacing and asking and wondering, what in the world did I do wrong? And then God came and said, I did not do anything wrong. Individuals that stole my vehicle did not cross the threshold of my door, and my door was open. It was not locked. My son and I were both asleep. God tells us that He will protect us. Not our materialistic things, because those are just of the world and they're not ours anyway, and they're God's that He gives us. And so therefore, with that materialistic thing getting stolen, yes, is it a vehicle to get me to go where I need to go and continue to do all of the things so that I can be a part of God's kingdom? I understand that it was materialistic, but God will also replace those things as well. And so He protected me and my son, and those are His promises and those are His truth. Other blessing that has come from in the midst of that, I had not heard from my daughter. She had been going through a very, very difficult time. I would have never, ever would have known that she had been crying for her mom for the last 5 days if my car had not gotten stolen. I think that when I sat back and I really looked at the blessings that came from it, and that God's promises continue to show up and be true, that in the midst of that chaos, I had a lot of peace. A lot of individuals did not understand how I could have the peace, not feel bitter, not feel resentment, and not feel hate for that individual that stole my car. Within 2 hours of my car getting stolen, yes, my heart changed to where I wanted to pray for that individual that stole my vehicle. And to me, that was when I knew without a doubt that I have heart change. And that when I truly surrendered to my Heavenly Father 5.5 years ago, that He shows me, and He shows me on a daily, that I have heart change. I would have never wanted to pray for that person that took my car. I wanted ill things to happen to that person, but vengeance is not mine. It's God's. I am not here to judge. I am not here to do any of that. I'm here to love and to have understanding. As God gives us understanding. And so immediately I wanted to pray. I posted it up on Facebook, and everybody that commented, oh, horrible, how could all of those horrible things happen to you? It wasn't horrible, and it wasn't an awful circumstance that happened, and I didn't take it as that. And I thank my Heavenly Father for that, because He was the one that came and to put His hand on me, to comfort me, to counsel me, to give me His understanding in that situation, in that midst of chaos, and that it wasn't of Him. However, did I have some lessons that I needed to learn within that? Yes, most definitely. I got really lazy. I got so lazy, and I kept leaving my purse and my key fob in my car. thinking that, you know what, it's in my garage and I'm going to close my garage and so it's safe. That part was my fault. And within all of this, I had to take my part. And with me taking my part, that also brought me peace, because then I knew what God and I needed to work on. That there were things that I was not giving attention to that I needed to give attention to. With all of everything, so a month and a half, I was borrowing a vehicle, and I kept still, knowing that God would take care of me. And that He would replace what was taken. I did not doubt Him in those 6 weeks, and I kept my foundation and my thought process and all of it directed toward Him. That I didn't keep myself in the woes of what actually had just happened to me. That I continue to do what I do. I continue to help people. I continue to make sure that I was not stopping what I was supposed to be doing for God's kingdom. And He blessed me beyond my own imagination, and by giving me a brand new vehicle, a vehicle that was the desire of my heart. That actually I tried to trade my car in back in May, because I was doing a lot of deliveries, and I was delivering food to seniors and just transporting people to get them where they need to be. I needed a bigger vehicle. Well, I didn't realize that I had to have my car stolen for God to give me that vehicle and the desires of my heart. 2 open loans, no proof of income, and I was able to go and get a brand new car. And that is only but God and His miracles that are so true to my life today, in this moment, even though this was just a short 2.5 months ago, that He still prevails and He still shows up. And I love Him so much because of the peace that He gives me in the midst of the chaos. I have such a grateful heart today that I don't look back at all of these adversities and all of these circumstances in 2020 as a hindrance. I look at them more as a blessing, and how far I have come personally within myself, within my children, how I approach the world, my relationship with my Heavenly Father. I am grateful for 2020. In the midst of all of it, I have so much peace, and I give all of my glory to my Heavenly Father. Thank you for letting me share.